So did you find the place okay?
Yeah, it was just like right up the road, so I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
How's the weather out there?
Yeah, it's a little chilly right now, and I'm kind of sad about that. I'm like, no.
But at least we didn't get much of a winter, right?
I know, that's the only good thing that happened.
Okay, so first up, I'm just going to go through a few little things with you before we get started. So this is a completely confidential service. It's completely free. I'm going to try to get through as much as possible with you, but there is no guarantees with counseling that this is going to work for you. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we can get through any issues that you have and that I can help in your life. Okay. So I'm just going to go through confidentiality for you. Okay. As I said before, everything is confidential unless these certain situations. Myself or my notes get subpoenaed to court if there is suspected child abuse or neglect. You plan on harming yourself or someone else. If you actually give me permission to share your information with another agency or individual, or if you tell me about a health professional abusing their power. Do you got any questions? Is that good?
What does subpoena mean?
So pretty much what it means is that, as I said before, if I get subpoenaed to court, so the court would ask for my notes, and I'm obligated to give them the notes for whatever thing they need it for, due to policies, procedures, and the law. Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
So you understand everything?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's get started. What brought you in here today? Oh, sorry about that. Just got to get you to sign there.
Okay.
Okay. So what brought you in?
All right, well, my parents have been complaining and constantly saying that I'm shopping way too much. I mean, I don't really see the problem. I mean, yeah, I shop quite a few times, but I mean, it's not that it's that bad of a thing. They say that I'm shopaholic and I shop all the time and I'm wasting all my money, but I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I'm shopping. It's not like it's a bad thing. I mean, they need some stuff too, so what's the big deal?
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you is that your parents are the ones that have asked you to come in here and they feel that it's a problem. Could you see maybe why they feel that way or look at from their perspective?
I mean, no, I can't. I mean, I shop. That's not a big deal. I want to look nice. I want to dress nice. So why is it such a big deal? I buy them stuff all the time. And they don't seem to be complaining. But the minute I want to buy stuff for myself, it's such a big deal. Like, it's dumb. It's ridiculous. And I'm not going to change no matter what they say or no matter what you say either.
Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely getting from you that is it correct? You seem a little angry.
It's frustrating. I mean, I can buy whatever I want. It's my money. I worked hard for it. Why does it matter what they think?
Okay. I'm getting from you that you really care you care about what you're wearing, and you want to look good around people, and appearance is really important to you.
It is. I mean, when I was younger, when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot. And I'm working hard right now for what I can buy and what I can wear living in my house that I'm living in. I didn't have that growing up. Sometimes we didn't have food to eat. All the people when I was younger in elementary school and high school growing up, they used to make fun of my clothes. And now when I have the chance, obviously I'm going to buy stuff that I like.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, what I'm really getting that you were bullied a lot as a child and about your looks and what you wore to school, and you had a lot of issues with even like having food on the table and stuff like that. Like financially, you weren't supported as much as you wish.
Yeah, like my dad growing up, he didn't have a job for a while because, he was as well going through some issues. He couldn't hold up a job, so my mom was the only income. And I have 5 brothers and sisters. So all of us would go through a lot. Like me, I had a job since I was 14, being paid under the table. And I'd only be getting like less than minimum wage. And then going to school, they would always look at my clothes and make fun of me because I'd have ripped up clothes and I'd shop at Goodwill. And then all the girls, they'd be wearing high-end brands. So it was a lot. And I would come home from school crying like almost every day.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you really did have a hard time as a understand why parents would be important now. So, you said you had 5 brothers and sisters, was it?
Yeah.
Are you close with your siblings?
Yeah, we tend to talk a lot because when we were growing up, we barely saw our mom, and our dad was always out doing something. So we would pretty much stick together and try to raise each other. I'm the fourth last one, so my sisters, my older sister, she would always be the one to take care of us and try and find food for us as much as she can. She used to work 3 jobs, and she had to drop out of school to take care of us.
So you're definitely close with your older sister. She was almost like the
Yeah.
mother figure to you.
Pretty much, because my mom was always gone. She was trying to hold up jobs as well to at least try to bring food in the home and to provide us all clothes, even though they weren't the best.
Well, can you tell me maybe how your siblings are feeling about your shopping?
I mean, my sister does say I need to calm down a little bit on the shopping because she believes that I'm hoarding too much in my house. I mean, hoarding, I'm not hoarding. They're all special stuff. I can't throw them out.
Okay, so you feel like everything you buy has a special meaning to you?
I mean, they do. I have to keep the stuff that I bought. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't have it. So it's a little hard to throw the stuff that I have out. And when I see something that I really like, I want to buy it. So I buy it. And I don't really see a problem. I mean, she does mean a lot to me when she says these things, which is why I'm here, because her word is important to me.
Okay, so what I'm getting is that your sister especially is very important to you, and what she thinks and says to you means a lot to you.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, so you say, well, as you said, your sister says you're hoarding. Like, may I ask, say, how much you buy or spend a week?
Well, I do spend $5,000 on clothes and shoes and hats, and I guess I can say that I'm spending a little too much money. But I mean, I'm working hard. I, I mean, I work average job, I guess, not as much money, but if I want to buy what I want to buy it.
Okay, well, you said you have, say, an average job with the average amount of money. Uh, may I ask, for spending that kind of money, are you okay with paying your rent?
I mean, sometimes I need to ask my sisters and brothers for a little bit of cash because since I'm low on rent, and then my what's it called again? Person that owns the buildings. My landlord would always come after me and tell me that I need to pay my rent this month, and it's so annoying. But I mean, at the end of the day, I still pay him back, whether it's 2 months late. At least he's getting his money.
Yeah. Okay, so you say that sometimes you're 2 months late. Could you see how maybe your landlord not getting that money may affect him?
I mean, I guess, he's really annoying. I guess I can understand that I should be paying my rent and that my shopping is a little too much. But I mean, it's shopping. How is that a bad thing? How is it an addiction? It's shopping. Everybody shops.
So as you say, everyone shops. Do you know anyone else that shops as much as you do?
I mean, I guess not. My friend Kristen, she's really close to shopping as much as I do, but I guess I kind of shop a little bit more than she does.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit when this shopping began?
Well, it kind of started when I got my first job, and one of the popular girls were making fun of my clothes that I got from Goodwill. And I mean, I just wanted to have nice clothes too, so I started buying Armani and Coach. And this was when I had my first boyfriend as well. He was like super rich, so he would always show me these beautiful places, and we'd go downtown and shop like all the time. And then we broke up, so I stopped getting the stuff that I wanted. So I just decided that I'll buy it all myself. And I mean, yeah, I only had a minimum wage job at the time, and I was going over my bank cards a little too much, and I couldn't pay it back. And my parents started yelling at me about my credit and saying that I'm not going to have good credit. So I guess I'm a little bit in debt right now.
Okay, so what I what you've told me is that your boyfriend is when the problem started, when he started buying new stuff and you finally got the stuff you wanted and you felt like you belonged in school and weren't made fun of anymore?
Yeah, like I became super close with the girl that was bullying me, and she loved my clothes, of course. And I always dress nicely, and it just felt so nice to finally be accepted.
Which is totally understandable. Everyone wants to feel accepted. So, what are you still friends with that girl?
No, she totally just after we left high school, I barely ever talked to her, and now it kind of just
Okay. Well, I know a while ago you said that you kind of thinking about that you're actually in debt.
mhm.
Okay. So, could you see that being a problem in the future?
I mean, I guess since my credit score is bad, and then they would never want to give me a credit card. Like I tried calling and asking for another credit card somewhere else, but they said my credit score wasn't good enough that they wouldn't give it to me.
Okay. Is there any other ways you can think of that maybe having a bad credit could affect you?
Yeah, I guess like I said, like I tried getting another credit card and then they wouldn't let me because my credit score was terrible and they didn't want me to max out that card and then I can't pay them back. These banks these days, they just want your money.
Okay, so maybe can you tell me about the pros and cons that we've kind of gone through a few things. Can you look at yourself as the pros and cons of you shopping?
I guess obviously the pros is looking nice and feeling good about myself and just having everybody, hearing a lot of compliments, people telling me that they like what I'm wearing. And I guess the cons would kind of be like not being able to get another credit card and maxing that out and having the stress of knowing that I need to, you know, pay for all these credit cards and working that extra time and to be able to pay it off, and as well as having my friends and family just on me all the time about how I need to stop spending and stop shopping.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from you for pros wise, it's more the social aspect of people liking what you're wearing and you're getting compliments on your
Mhm.
appearance. So that's really important to you, other people's opinions. Is that correct for the pros?
Well, I mean, it's also for my self esteem. I feel like when I
Yeah.
hear that, it makes me feel good as well, and not the way I felt when I was in high school, because then, I had self esteem issues, and, just having being bullying was a lot for me as well, and it just brought on a lot of anxiety and stress and depression within me. Like, I was always just trying to, fit in, and that just, I was rejected constantly. So, getting that feeling of finally being accepted after being able to shop and wear all those nice brands and those clothes, those expensive clothing, it just kind of brought a lot of, you know, made me feel a lot better and made my self esteem a lot bigger. And I enjoyed it and I wanted to hear it more, so I still shop the way I used to.
So you really, really like the self-esteem boost that it gives you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know for cons, you were saying it, your family's on you, and and I know what you really care about your sister's opinion and your family's opinion. Um, some other cons, you said that you can't get another credit card.
Yeah, and I really need that credit card. It's just making me even more stressed out, and I need to keep working hard to pay off that one because they don't want to give me another one.
Okay. Well, is there anything you can think of in your house that you have that maybe you don't need?
I mean, I guess I don't need a few of my, Guess bags or some of my Michael Kors and my Armani and my Dolce Gabbana. But I mean, they're special to me. I can't just throw them out. They all have special memories, and when I had them,
Okay. Um, so I feel like you're saying that you really those things each hold memories to you, and they're very important in that aspect. But they're affecting you in the fact that you aren't making enough money and not being able to pay rent. Anything else such as that?
well, I mean, one of my friends did say that I had all these bags and that she'd pay for one of them. But then again, like I have trouble wanting to let go of things. And I don't know, it does hold a lot of memories for me.
Can you tell me about any of your future goals or things you want to complete?
Well, right now I'm working at, I'm a sales manager at a high-end brand store, and I'd like to be able to get into like more of the business aspect in the office of like a sales representative or something like really high up there, and that'd be awesome. But I don't have enough money to get into school, to go back to school, to get the studies that I need to get in there because my credit is so bad and they don't want to give me any more money for me to pay it off. And I thought about asking for OSAP, but I just feel like I won't be able to get in, and I won't get enough money, and then coming out of school, it'll be harder for me to pay off OSAP, and my parents don't want to lend me any money because they say that I keep spending, and then my siblings don't. My sister said that she'd lend me a bit, but as long as I stop the spending.
Yeah. So you really would like to get higher up on the career track, but you feel like schooling is needed for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you maybe see how your spending is affecting those future goals?
I mean, I guess if I were to sell some of the stuff that I don't really need, I'll probably be able to make back a lot of money and be able to spend to pay off some of my credit cards, I guess. You can just cut that part out.
Yeah, I was like, how long are we at? It's 17, right? Yeah. Okay. So your future goal of getting a future career and stuff like that. So, and you're actually talking about maybe selling some of your stuff to save up money for school?
I mean, I guess I can see that. Like, my sisters and brothers have just been telling me that I should sell my stuff, that I don't need this, that I don't need that. Like I told you before, that I was hoarding everything, and that a lot of the stuff that I don't use and that I don't need. And I guess I can see. I mean, I can always just buy the stuff back if I get into a better position.
Okay. Okay, so I find it really great that you actually want to go to school and go farther up in your job career. May I
Thank
ask
you.
where you are right now? Like, do you think that have they ever talked to you about getting more money, a raise or anything like that?
I mean, I have tried talking to my head manager about wanting a raise, and she told me that if I went to school and got a better, got my bachelor's and stuff like that, that she can give me the position if I continue working there, go to school part-time and continued working part-time, that she can see me getting into business, being a sales representative in like the head office, because she does see that I have potential, but she says that I need that extra boost.
Okay. Well, it seems in your job aspect, people see you as being able to go far. Does that help in your self-esteem in any way?
I never thought about that. I mean, I guess.
So do you really think you need all these clothes and bags and stuff to make you feel better about yourself?
I mean, of course, getting the feeling that people like the way that I look and the way I'm dressed obviously adds a little bit something to it. But I guess I just don't need all the extra stuff that I don't really use anymore. And to just hear other people just giving me compliments on my accomplishments and how they see that I can do better for myself, I guess I can sort of see that I don't really need all of the things that I want to keep.
Okay, so does your family ever compliment you on, say, things, your intelligence instead of, say, your appearance as well?
Yeah, I mean, they do. They think that it's awesome that I got a manager position as well. They do always tell me that I should go back to school because they can see a lot of potential for me. Like they're the one that's encouraging me that I should go to school because they can see me go far. But I still don't get why they wouldn't help me with school. I mean, if they can see that I'm going to go far just because I'm spending excessively, that they can help me out a little bit and that I need to pay some stuff off and sell some things.
Okay, so it seems that your family and both your work are both saying they really see potential in you in the aspect of going further in your workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but you say your family doesn't want to help you financially when it comes to school to help you go farther. Could you see maybe why they don't want to give you more money?
Yeah, I guess since they want me to pay off my credit and stuff like that, and they want me to sell my things, like my sister and my brothers and sisters told me, they're like all, I swear they had like an intervention with me. They all sat me down and told me that they see that I have potential and that they want to see me go far. My parents have always been on us doing good in life because of the way we grew up. So I guess I can understand how they see them spending a lot of money and that I have potential because it's holding me back or something.
Okay, so your family thinks that your spending is holding you back and being able to get your true potential?
Yeah, they think that like by me having all these debts and stuff like that and me continue shopping and getting even more debt, it's just going to make it harder for me to get into school because I'm not going to getting me into school because I'm going to be even in more debt and then it's just because it is stressing me out and they think that I'm not going to be doing school since I'm going to have so much stress and anxiety over my debts on my credit cards.
Okay, so can you see how, as you say, your debts and the credit card issues are actually stressing you out?
Yeah, but I'm here, so you can help me with that, right?
Yeah, okay. So can you say on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say you're in, now that we've talked a bit, like wanting to change?
I would say maybe about at like in the middle, like a 5.
Okay, that's great. Can maybe you tell me what you think you were when you first came in here?
Definitely a 2. I mean, it was still a little like I still came, of course, because I wanted to hear what I can get out of this and maybe to see if, you know, there's a possibility of something, to hear another opinion outside from my family and friends.
Yeah, that's great that you actually came in here and you actually wanted to hear someone else's view and like so you can actually get through thinking this without having, say, just your family saying things to you.
Mm-hmm.
So have doing this, has it shown you anything new that you didn't see before?
I guess the fact that, a lot of people and my parents and family have, told me about my accomplishments and would always praise me on my intelligence and how far I've gotten in the business world and that they can see that I have potential in going into, an even higher position. So I guess that's something that I didn't realize before I came in here.
Okay. Well, I'm really happy with what you want from life and your goal into getting further up in the workforce. That's amazing. It's a great goal to have. Have you ever thought of maybe thinking about selling anything that you maybe haven't used in a while, that you haven't even touched?
Yeah, like I said before, like I have some old bags and some old, I guess, like clothes and stuff that I don't really wear anymore. And I've been thinking since my sister and my friends telling me that my friend told me how she would totally buy my bag. And I was thinking, maybe I can get some stuff out from it, but it was just like a fleeting thought.
Okay. So, but it's good to even have that thought of maybe calling that friend up and maybe selling one of your bags.
Mm-hmm.
Start off small, no? Um, okay, so through this, I've really noticed that you really care about the appearance part as well as your family's opinion. So,
Mm-hmm.
talking through this, you've really learned that and have seen the point of view of your family and how it may be affecting them.
Hmm. Yeah, I can tell where they're coming from, and that I do know that they want the best for me since the way that I grew up with everything. They want me to succeed and they want to see me do better. And the same thing that goes for my sisters and brothers, that they want to see me do good. I mean, like, they're all doing good as well, and that I'm kind of like the second baby of the family since I have another younger sister. And I guess I can understand that, and that they want to see me do good in life. And with this whole debt and shopping thing, they can see that it's giving me stress and anxiety, and they just want to see me happy.
Yeah, it's great that you're seeing that all your family wants is you to be happy and to not be stressed out about this debt, and you're actually seeing that maybe there is an issue with your shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can so I know before you said the reason that you started shopping was because you had a boyfriend that was buying you all these things, and then it made you feel better.
Yeah.
Since then, have you actually looked for other ways to make yourself feel better?
Well, it was the shopping that definitely made me feel better. I mean, of course, like I said before, wearing the clothes, it made me feel nice, and I felt beautiful with all the compliments and everything. And I guess as well as, doing some yoga and some physical exercise kind of helps me. Is another way that I like to de-stress, because then I go to classroom with my friend Brittany, and we tend to do things together, and we like to de-stress, and as well as going to get manis and petties and kind of just pampering myself also makes me feel a lot better, and like makes me take a deep breath and get into the zone and helps me calm down.
Okay, so I know you say only shopping is the pampering yourself, but you actually have done other things to help pamper yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought of any ways that you can pamper yourself without actually spending money?
Well, I like to go running in the mornings. When I wake up, I use it as a way to kind of like awaken myself, and try and do some healthy eating as well. Makes me feel good and gives me more energy. I also really like to read. I like to go to the library and kind of just take a sit down and kind of just escape, and it really helps me.
That's great that you actually have done other ways to pamper yourself and de-stress, which is really important. Self-care is always important for someone. Could you always think about doing that now instead of, say, going to the store and shopping?
Um, I guess, but I mean, clothes shopping is still very important to me. It's something I really love, and I just feel like it'd be a little hard to stop. But I mean, I guess it is kind of adding on to my stress.
Okay. Um, okay, so I know your goal is to have a future job higher up, but say you continue shopping, what do you think is going to happen?
Um, I guess my debt is just going to keep increasing, and then I may never be able to go to school and get that position, and then I'll still probably be where I'm at now, still struggling and wanting to get to my dreams.
Okay, can you see how that would not be helpful or good for you?
I guess it can probably just add on to the stress, and I may even become depressed even more, and it'll just build up my anxiety.
Okay, so you see it could affect you if you continue on this way. Any way you think it can affect your family as well?
I guess with me always wanting my family's money and my sister's money, and not lending their money and not giving it back to them, they may become frustrated and angry and not want to talk to me. Like, my brother has already told me that I need to stop lending money from him, because he he's as well going through a tough relationship. Like, he has like a lot of money still, but like he feels that with me taking all his money, that is just adding to more problems, because I keep using his money and he has to worry about me, and then he already has his problems that he's worrying about, and he has literally just cut me off.
Okay. So are you saying he cut you off money-wise, or he cut you off like family-wise?
Well, he's sort of cutting me off family-wise because I'm sort of adding to his stress.
Yeah. So so I know your family is very important to you. So making him stressed out, does that affect you?
I mean, of course, I want to see my brother. Like growing up, we were also super close. I mean, my sister and I were more like this. But my brother, every time when a guy would hurt me or anything, he'd always come to my defense. So that was also very important to me. And then I knew he always had his own problems growing up. And just having him not really want to talk to me, and it does hurt.
So we're just about coming to an end of this session. Can I just ask you, say, if 100% you're successfully making a change you want, what would be different in your life?
Um, Sorry, can you repeat?
Say if you had you changed, if you could change anything in your life, what would be like the perfect future for you?
Well, of course, my brother starts speaking to me a lot more because he literally only calls me like once a week. Before we used to talk to each other like all the time. We'd have like big brother and sister like group chats on Skype and stuff. And then he started coming less because he didn't want to hear me complaining. So basically, being able to speak to him a lot more, having my family stop complaining about me, about my spending, and of course, getting a higher position and in the business in the office. And I would say having my anxiety and stress levels be a little bit more lower and stop worrying too much about my dad.
Okay, so overall, I hear you would like to have less debt, you'd like to go in the future actually get to your job, as well as have a better relationship with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's great that this is what you want for your future. You really seem to be thinking about changing and maybe not spending as much, or maybe in the future even stop the major spending. Would you like to come back next week?
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
Okay, it was great meeting you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thank you.